we will either put it on Twitter or on the website of where to send the information to. If we work together, we will win together. Thank you very much for tonight.
And that was a press conference in all its entirety, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, we answered everything. Like he said, we're going to work with League, we're going to work with Rochdale, we're going to work with Oldham.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good shout, you know what I mean? And, you've got to look at the bigger picture for Salford because, like he says, he's not getting any help from the RFL because we're not the top four clubs. All the top four clubs
get help. It's wrong,
get help. Because we've lost our academy under 19 status from the RFL.
Yeah.
So what do people want him to do?
Yeah.
He's got an under 18s. We've got an under 18s, which is working with the academy. We've got
2 under 18s he was saying, didn't he?
Yeah, and then a reserve. So
and a reserve team.
So
plus the 16s as well.
Yeah. So they have obviously sat down and obviously done their own work and everything. Yeah, it is a bit upsetting that we haven't got the academy, but you've got to look at the bigger picture, which he just said there in the interview about building on a 2-year structure with it.
Yeah.
Which I know we'll get because the main ingredients for Salford Rugby League, mate, is to get in that Super League, stay in Super League, without having games like we did this season.
Yeah.
Which it could have been a different kettle of fish, right? Luckily for Gaz O'Brien and the team, they got us there. They deserve to get us there. But for me, he came across that he's there for the lot. He's promised that he won't leave us.
Yeah.
When we've asked him, people asked him questions about him going and everything, and he said no, he just does that because I know what he's like. You've got to understand what Marwan Kukas is like. Yeah. He likes the limelight.
Well, he said that, didn't he?
He takes the pressure off his club. Yeah. All right, he gives us some bad media, some bad press, but listen, bad press is good press out there.
There's no such thing as bad press.
Well, you know that being a journalist, won't you, mate?
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, as that, exactly. So he's doing things for the club. No, all right, for him, yeah, he's got an ego. That's the way he works. Yeah. Unfortunately, there is people like that in the world.
Yeah.
But and like you've said, and everyone else has said, without him, where would
we be? This is what a lot of fans have got to remember. Wilkinson left us in the shit, mate. No matter which way you look at it, we was finished, mate.
Yeah.
I remember Sandy coming out of that meeting at Pendleton Church and he was nearly crying, mate.
Yeah.
He said it's all over, it's finished. It's finished.
Yeah. And obviously we can't get everything as a Salford fan, but he's given us
trying. We've got a class team now.
Yeah, like he said in there. Remember this, we had 9 new players last year, Simon.
Yeah.
Come in to the squad. Right?
Yeah.
It's now bonded.
Yeah, it's bonded.
We're getting 2 or 3 players coming in now to fit in with that bond.
Well, there's more than 2 or 3.
Well, yeah, 4. But what I'm saying is not a new batch of 9 players coming in and then we've got to start doing. This team last season finished in the top 8 on paper.
Yeah.
Right? So there's no reasons why it shouldn't finish in the top 6 because it's gelled.
Right.
It's gelling. All right, we know about the playoff situation, why we didn't beat London, why we didn't do this, it's different. No, but it's different game structure. Them games, it's completely different to Super League. When you're playing lower division teams, it's completely different.
I get where you're coming from, there, mate.
We've seen everyone for me witnessed the character of them lads of that team on the final day.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
We could have folded that day. Them lads' heads could have gone down when it was 18.
Yeah, when it's 18 to...
Yeah,
18... They could have just played out and got beat,
right,
but they didn't.
But they didn't. They went for it. They went for it.
And
never say die, which is the right attitude to have.
Yeah.
And if them boys have got that attitude out there on that pitch, that is what we want. And we've said this from day one when we first started doing our show. If them boys give 110%...
We will never call them.
Right, and that day for me...
You did. You gave more.
Right, it showed that them boys on that pitch have got character. Remember... Thingy went off. Craig went off injured.
Yeah.
Was Vito? No, Vito went playing. Thingy got injured. Big Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah. Junior. Yeah.
Yeah.
The players there who were playing with injuries and went off. So we lost some decent half players in that match.
Yeah.
And we still showed great character. So come back.
All you've got to do is remember Gareth when we was in the van going down there today, and he was talking about Flanagan. When he put that pass out. for the final try. He had no energy left at all. He'd give it his all.
Yeah.
And you can't ask more than that, can you?
Exactly, mate, exactly. But for me, like I said when we'd done the Gaz O'Brien interview, I just said, this game was made for Salford to win, to get us back on the map, to keep us high, to keep us having a bit of faith in everything. Yeah. And for me, that was the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
I think it was a blessing. I looked at it like when I analysed everything, what's gone on through our season, the 6 points, the way the RFL stitched us, the games what we lost against Warrington, the games we lost against Wigan away, you know, and you think, right, well, this last thing here has just made it everything tastes a little bit sweeter, because like I said to you, no one was talking about the grand final at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
They were still talking about Salford game.
You're not wrong, mate.
Do you know what I mean? And for me, he was right in his interview, like I just said, about the lads have bonded well. We're going to get some players. Mossop.
Is it Mossop?
Yeah, he said
he told me off the record.
Does he take it that long to walk from Wigan?
Okay then, yes. The players they will be signing will be, this is a fact, he told me not to say out, but you know, we've got a lot of listeners, so we might as well tell them, mate. Right, Liam Mossop should have been announced as signing tonight. The only reason he wasn't announced as signing is because the contract's gone through. The other player they'll be signing is a world-class centre. Make your own mind up, right? Yeah. People have been saying he's got to Woodiesfield, have been getting messages inboxing me saying he's got to Castleford. Castleford had a major announcement about a signing last Monday to make. It was some kid from Rugby Union, 20-year-old. Right. Everyone's thought it was Zach Hardacre. Right. I'm not going to give you no clues, but just think along the lines of a centre who played for Leeds called Zach Hardacre.
I thought he played fullback for Leeds then.
He plays all over.
Well, listen, look, if we get him...
If we get him, we get him.
We get him, don't we? But at the end of the day, it's all speculation still, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, you know, like Todd Carn is supposed to be coming.
James Graham.
that's your rumour, that.
What do you mean that's my rumour? That is not my rumour. I'll tell you where that's come from, mate.
What?
Craig Piggott went on holiday and brought me back a 50% bottle of vodka. What do you expect? I am going to sign the world's best players for this team.
I'll tell you something. If you had
everyone talking about it last night.
If you were the owner of Salford, we'd be signing everyone, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we would.
The amount you drink.
I'll tell you what.
I think you and Kuka should have a drink night together and see who you sign. You'd have a right good team.
We would. We could put our heads together. I'd have Sonny Bill anyway. You'd be in the team.
Oh, hell, two of them full of piss.
There'd be Sonny Bill. There'd be Sam Burgess. There'd be my second rowers. We'd throw a decent loose forward in as well. Do you know what I mean?
Get Thurston as well from Cowboy.
Yeah, Thurston. I've already signed him this year, mate.
No, but I came out of there on a positive note, knowing that the lads, what he was saying about the academy players, that, you know, they have given letters.
Yeah.
They are going to still work with them. Yeah. They're not just tossed them off onto the scrap heap.
They will be going into, some of them will be going into the reserve team because they're looking at forming a reserve team.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of positivity come out of that meeting. But the thing I liked most about it was the way he said, I want to do a meeting once a month with the fans and we can get the fans involved. Next meeting will be there with Ian Watson. Yeah. So you'll have Marwan Kukash, Ian Watson. You can ask any question you want. Yeah. He didn't duck any. He didn't have nothing in front of him. It weren't all wrote off. It was just what he was saying.
Yeah. And I think most people who went tonight will probably come out there a lot more
same as us, positive. Yeah,
you know, I've seen little Scholes there asking him questions about him, saying you said this 4 years ago, and rightly so, they were great questions what he asked him, and he answered them with, we messed up. Yeah, he admitted the club had messed up in taking the club forward. Yeah. PRing it proper.
Yeah, they've not been doing it right, have they?
Getting it out there, they haven't been doing that, and he knows that.
Well, he knows since we've got on board with him. I'm not saying it's down to us, but I think we've made a positive impact on that club.
Well, they want to work with us, don't they?
Of course,
we'll
work with them.
We'll work with them, and that's the way we are.
That's not a problem. That's the way we are. Yeah.
Don't ignore my philosophy, mate. Is stuff like you've got die-hard fans there.
Yeah.
A lot of die-hard fans
cared about the club,
who are clever people.
Yeah.
Who are passionate about the club.
Yeah.
Work with them.
And
he said tonight, if anyone's got any ideas,
get them to me.
Get him to him.
I liked it.
He'll sit down, he'll look at him, might go, that's shite, that's shit. But at the end of the day, amongst us, we're going to tick the box.
Yeah, we'll get there. Between us all, between the fans, between the players, between Marwan Kukash, between everyone involved in the club, we're all in this together, no matter which way. And when people slag him off, it upsets me Because without him, we wouldn't be here. We really wouldn't be here.
Exactly, mate. But like he says, he's working now with the RFL. He's got them on side there. He's working with Super League to help us, help things out on advertisement. You know, a lad hit a nail on the head for me about the bridge where it says home of sale Sharks.
Yeah.
He said have a look in January, let's see what it says then, and obviously it's going to be about Salford, which for me is great. Someone hit the note there about Salford having on the kit. I think it was Gareth Morgan who mentioned it.
Got to have Salford on the badge.
On the kit, on
shirt,
the front, but apparently we're going to have hashtag We Are Salford.
Yeah.
I understand what he's trying to do, get a different brand of people in here to support the club, i.e. the other side of Manchester. Me personally, won't work, but who's for me to tell a multi-millionaire how to run a business?
Right.
But I hope it does work.
But I would have preferred to see the Salford on the front.
Well, I think a lot of people, but I'm quite
happy. What's in a new shirt?
Oh, it's
amazing, isn't it?
Mint, mate, innit? Mint.
For those who didn't see that, because we didn't really cover it, did we?
No, well, they won't let us take pictures of it for obviously because it's not out. But if you've got, I think it's the '89 kit. Someone said, I can't remember.
Yeah, because I
top of my head. Have I got a top there? I can't remember. I've got a top side there somewhere.
Looking round, then, if you've probably got more tops than Salford in here. So if Carney comes in and he wants about 6 tops back, you know where they are, guys. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what he's been about. I think he's been rifling your boot.
But if you just go onto my Dennis Robbins Riley Facebook page, you'll see
a picture of it.
It's not a proper. It's the old shirt.
It's the old shirt, but it's
which
very
I think
similar.
The club has done well actually. I thought that was good brain thinking.
Yeah, good
retro
marking,
shirt, and it was. That's now they're listening to the fans.
They're listening,
and that's the most important thing for the likes of me, you, and the rest of the fans. Who go to the games, and it is, don't ignore us because
don't ignore us. We are the club. We're the lifeblood of that club.
We can tell you where you're going on.
Yeah.
Where everyone can see it, and it was a great turnout tonight. Yeah, obviously, a lot of people were.
There was a lot of people stood up as well at the sides,
yeah,
wasn't there? So it was a good turnout. And to anyone who was there, well done for turning out.
Yeah, it was, and there was some positive questions, and they got their answers what they wanted. Like you said, he didn't avoid anything.
He even asked one. Some guy asked a question about fixtures. Now, why he come out with that, I'll never know. I looked at Ryan looked at me, and I thought, Marwan Kukash does not sort the fixtures out. The Rugby League do that.
I wanted to ask him if we were going to have a Nando's on there. For after the games to just have something to eat.
Yeah, should do something like that.
And then I was going to ask him because my mate Gaz O'Brien, my new mate,
your new mate,
he's away at the minute.
Your new man crush. I don't know what he messaged me yesterday.
Did I? He's full of shit.
I beg your pardon.
I prove it. And I was going to ask.
Hang on, let me get my phone out.
I think Gaz O'Brien wants me to be his agent.
Does it?
Yeah. So I was just going to ask him, is my boy getting a pay rise?
Yeah, well...
for saving everyone's bacon.
I like that bit when he said about Robbie Lewis. Right, Robbie Lewis, he's still on he's got 1 year left. He's going nowhere, Robbie Lewis. And Robbie Lewis has already been in to see Marwan Kukash about an extension.
There you go.
So
that's on his house though, isn't it?
Yes.
Or his dreadlocks.
His kitchen.
Kitchen. No, but I mean, he said no one's going anywhere.
Yeah,
We know who's gone.
We
Luke Burgess. I'd just like to say a massive thank you anyway to
Josh Griffin
because that last game he was immense.
He was immense.
He saved us. Simple.
Saved us.
And a lot,
everyone
talks about the guys.
You know what I mean?
Evans is going nowhere.
Yes.
As you'll hear tonight. Well, obviously you've heard tonight. You've heard it, yeah. Past it. Sorry about that.
Right, the show's been on for an hour and a half now, then. So
I think people are getting bored, but they don't get bored of us anyway.
They never get bored of us.
So like we said, Marwan said before to me about him coming to the pub and doing one at the pub for the fans, the local fans, and getting into the community. If anyone out there, any rugby club, your volley lanes, your Langwithers, anyone, your pubs,
your little Alton Reds,
anyone, just get into.
For all those who had a go at me last week for wearing a Manchester Rangers top, I put down to your Mike giving me a top to wear when I'm absolutely blooded.
I don't give a shit, mate. You should never wear it.
I know we shouldn't.
You sold your soul, and that's why I stick it on. I put it on Facebook.
Everyone put it on Facebook. It was getting shared all over.
You shouldn't have done it. That's like when you said you were going to go to Lee and do their radio show.
Well.
Do you know what I mean?
If
Derek
Beaumont's listening, the offer's still on the table.
You know what I mean? You might as well go to Canal Street and sell your mum like you used to do.
Yeah, you took some mamma.
Yeah, you took some mamma, eh?
I think on that note...
More hammer than Frank Bruno's chin, that.
Well, I'll tell you what, look at my face at the moment.
I know, you like Quasimodo.
I've got an I could see Marwan. You guys looking at me.
Yeah, I mean, going back to things like a massive thanks to Josh and Luke Burgess. I'll tell you something now, guys. I met Luke Burgess,
Nice guy,
and
man.
what a quality top guy.
Yeah.